Just use ChatGPT. Send in the letters yourself if you really want to do this. The best way to approve your credit is to show over time that you pay your debts on time. Fuck. Are you telling me, Federal Trade Commission, that the best way to improve your credits to pay your credit, to pay your bills on time? Okay, so are there rules for credit repair companies? Here we go, guys. Here we go. It's illegal for credit repair companies to lie about what they can do for you or to charge you before they help you. How many people have been fucked over? Guys, this is illegal. This is illegal. This is illegal. This is breaking the law, and this company could be sued right now for millions of dollars, and I guarantee you I will show you that they're making millions of dollars. Yeah, especially bonded. And I'm telling you, John, it's not a fucking game. You want to follow the fucking parrots, you're going to get fucking bird shit all over you, right? Stay away from these people, dude. Bad people corrupt good people, absolutely. People have done credit report and have not had these things written out to them. It says credit repair must people, the church, be aware, because I'm to lie track this track for you. You want to know what credit repair monitoring? $9K a month. I'm going to show you that the $229,000 a month is all coming from ChatGPT, guys. $10 a month for credit monitoring. Holy fuck, you went there, Dan. Sure did. Identity IQ and Smart. Sorry, not a million clients, 1,000 clients. 10,000 a month. $239K a month, or $2.7 million a year. And guess what? Then the upsell is funding. And I guarantee you these people cannot do funding the way Anthony Vinecki can. Anthony Vinecki is a real funding company with a real funding business, okay, with real coaching clients, okay? But this is the game, guys. This is why they want affiliates. Why? They're going to pay you $59 a month to be an affiliate so they can make $229. Okay, cool. They're going to get the revenue for more funding. $2.7 million on that, then you run paid ads. You take $2.7 million, you run paid ads, you got a write-off for your charges for affiliates and your ads. Now you're blowing up. Now you're charging $50,000 to start your own credit repair company and your own funding company, and you're regurgitating all the 0% business. Don't make me start exposing shit, Anthony. Bullshit. Self in your base, ChatGPT. Lives, 7 million against the damn. You want to know there's than 45 cents you can go. Oh my, 500 through chat. Holy shit. People are what? There's to the mentor to help them. Well, credit prompts. Let's God, man. Finding GPT advanced charge off the phone. You can buy half. I'm telling you, bro. Credit repair company, 129 financial literacy. Okay. Oh, here's your girl right here. I don't know who this. Really, go $5 or $7 because Upwork takes fees. It's really what's going on here. Okay. I mean, dude, she can do everything. She has advanced knowledge in credit repair analysis and processing disputes. FPB, FTC, Metro 2, consumer law. Holy hell. Dan, dispute man here. And you expose entering so ethical. All hiring and other types. Okay. Paper trail, people. Paper trail. Okay. So here's how we do this. Okay. You can do credit repair yourself. Okay. If you're going to send anything out in the mail, make sure it's certified mail. Why? You need a paper trail. Okay. So whenever you send anything out, just send it certified. Paper trail, people. Paper trail. You go to Upwork, you buy your team of Filipinos. Okay. You go to Etsy, you buy all the letters and shit you need, so you give it to your team. Okay. Then they can run it through ChatGPT. They can use Google. They can even use Credit Repair Cloud, and they can use Ring Central so they can make their phone calls. Oh, and by the way, record all your phone calls. That's all you need to know about credit repair, guys. honestly, you don't need to know credit repair. You just actually have to go find somebody on Upwork that does, give them the letters and shit that you want them to use, or say, hey, do you have letters and things that you've used before? Oh yeah, I used to work for this person. I used to work for this person. Guys, we had somebody in our company that was a VA. She says, oh, I've worked for all these people you've talked about. I have all of their process. I said, really? Let's go ahead and negotiate one day to have free credit repair for 6 months for everybody in here. We'll fix your behavior for 6 months, but after that, it's up to you. I fucking hate parrots. I hate the industry, if you can't tell. This shit is a... So these birds be capping, yo, charging thousands off ignorance. Birds of the same feather flock together. Funding, trade lines, credit report, MS, CPNs disguised in mentorships. Careful who you fuck around with. Fuck around with their dumb emoji, reels, and Facebook ads. Oh my God, get credit cards that you can do yourself. Their Facebook groups, there's cesspools in that because they monthly to give you, and you can negotiate just like you guys like this? You guys like this? Misha. The credit, it's illegal protection. The CFPB shit down from the FTC. From the CFO, right? You see that. Why are you in the credit game? At least all the shit off. That's big. So when they want to charge same, stop fucking. I was gonna bless the fucking thing, and don't do this. Here we go. The marketing. This can get refunds when requested. Look at this. Authorized user trade lines. They got them for. Be careful. Belonging to somebody with higher credit. However, the holy fuck. Raise their credit score. Consumer acts. Then of the people in this stops. You want out? Get out. PC for no fucking human. You want to pay for not even just reports to the FTC, the bogus piggybacking this of recent what month high pressure sales company people fuck credit these companies. You guys hate these again. I don't ever gauge CROA. Protect yourself. Here's what you do. You may want to rewatch this, and believe me, they will sue the shit out of them. Right here, under this right to shit needs to change, and let's talk about it. Without credit repair, pay your bills on time. Amen. Everybody's gonna pay their bill. What it is when you are disputing, you need to. How to repair your credit without credit repair? Well, you dispute the negatives. If you're going to go through credit repair, you're going to dispute the negatives with a positive payment history, a mix of credit, and a lower utilization ratio. Okay? You want to add, I don't care if it's a high interest trade line, I don't care what it is. When you are disputing, you need to have positive blood flow to revive your credit life. The problem it doesn't ever work is they keep you not adding any positive blood flow, and the sickness just maintains. So you need to be getting more and more and more thing. Increase your credit limits, lower your credit utilization, raises your comparable credit. Okay? So increase your credit limits, which lowers your credit utilization and also raises your comparable credit to get business funding. Have a mix of credit. Pledge loans, auto loans, personal loans work well here. Credit repair DIY strategies. Again, this is for educational purposes only. What did I say? Educational purposes only. This is not legal advice. This is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment purposes only. In no way am I saying to do these things. This is what the credit repair companies do. It's called a gray area. If you would like to know the gray area, we shall proceed. Because it is good to know what they're doing on your behalf, representing you, after all, right? Let's talk about the gray area. First, you need to pull your credit report so we can find out all the things that are inaccurate, incorrect, and incomplete. Okay, so everybody is by law entitled to a free credit report. The only source for your credit reports authorized by federal law, annualcreditreport.com. Everybody gets one for free. Everybody gets one for free. Okay. Bam. There, request your free reports. Okay. Then you all should go to Amazon and buy this book, The Fair Credit Reporting Act, up to date 2023. Okay. By the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. You want to know what the law says? Then get what the law says. Okay. It's $9 on Kindle, $30 on a hardback, $15 on a paperback. This would be something I would have by my side if you need to be disputing anything. Okay. Dispute strategies for charge-offs and collections. All these dispute letters will be seen by a computer when you dispute. Okay. Understand that a human is not looking at your dispute. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of these happening every single day. Picking up on keywords, the system is called eOscar. No humans are involved here. Okay. You can Google this and go to eOscar. eOscar is a web-based Metro 2 compliant automated system that enables data furnishers, DFs, and credit reporting agencies to create and respond to credit consumer history disputes. Okay. They include Equifax, Experian, Innovis, and TransUnion. They're affiliates or independent credit bureaus and mortgage reporting companies. This is a lot of shit right here. Okay. More than what they're telling you. Okay. But go check out eOscar because that's where all of your disputes will be seen from. So you can get an understanding on how this is going to actually work. The next thing you want to do is clean up your personal information. We need to make sure that all your names are spelled correctly, all your addresses are right, everything's 100% accurate. By law, everything has to be 100% accurate, and that's what they go on. We're going by the letter of the law here. It's not about, it's about not what's ethical, it's about what's legal in the law. It may not be ethical, but we're talking legal. So that's where consumer law comes into play. That's why your data gauge is the new oil. Okay, we have the big three that everybody's heard about, but there's many things. CoreLogic, LexisNexis. This is a big one, guys. Innovis, SageStream, right? All types of smaller ones out there too. What needs to happen is we need to understand what our data says from our free credit report. Okay. Then what we need to do is we need to go clean up our personal information. Okay. Big bureaus, the big three, they get their reporting from public records, secondary bureaus, and other data mine companies like ChexSystems, EWS, all types of stuff. But you got to understand they are getting their data from smaller aggregates and smaller companies and public records. So what you have to do is you have to clean up your profile with the smaller things, then freeze them. So when they pull from them, they can't get that and they can't verify the debt, or they can't validate the debt, or they can't verify what they need to verify. So therefore FCRA, they have to remove. Does that make sense? So what you have to do is you have to get your information correct on the public records, on the secondary bureaus, on the data mining companies. You have to get this correct. Then you need to freeze these. By law, you should be able to do that. You must handle the data on the deepest level. So when it reports the way that you desire. You have to go deep with the problem, right? Because if you go deep with these three, they're going to come back and get their reporting from LexisNexis or Innovis or SageStream or Clarity or whatever the case is. It's all going to come from the bottom. You need to look at this as not the root. These are the roots. You need to attack the problem at the roots. Got to go to the source 100%, right? So you need to clean up this first. Then you need to freeze and opt out of the secondary bureaus. Here's 4 reasons why things will get removed from your credit report. Being a victim of identity theft, which most of them always claim that you are, okay, which is the problem. Do not use being a victim of identity theft if you're not a victim of identity theft. This is only there to protect you in the case that you are ever a victim of identity theft. Things being incomplete, things being inaccurate, and things being unverifiable. These are the reasons why things will be removed. If your name is not accurate, it will be removed. If things are not complete, it'll be removed. If they cannot verify the information, it will be removed. Here's 4 consumer laws to be aware of based on Cornell Law School. And these are the 4 that most credit repair groups use all the time. I will give this to you so you guys can screenshot this. Actually, hold on a second here. Did I put this over here? Right here. These are the 4 laws that you want to Google. the timing of payments, permissible purposes on credit reports, compliance procedures, and definitions, rules. I put this in there for you guys to study later on, but these are laws that you can Google, go to Cornell Law School and look at that. Now, there's one person in here. I don't know him like that. Okay. He is an ambassador. I have met him in person. He has had some good success with consumer law. He doesn't do credit repair. He does consumer law. Okay. So if that is somebody that you want to talk to, I would mention that you came from Brad and that you could show him this or whatever. He does a lot of the consumer law stuff. Okay. Again, I cannot co-sign on how he does what he does because I don't know his process. I do not know his process. I am not paid to say any of this information whatsoever. So there is no affiliate. There is no joint venture. There is nothing intact with Thomas. Thomas did not pay me or ask me to say this. I have just seen in the group, and I have heard from people that he has been having things removed via consumer law. So if there's somebody in the group that you wish to work with, I would touch base with Thomas, say that you saw Brad's presentation, and ask him what his charge is, what the process is, and take it up with him. Because I have nothing to do with how he does his business. I have nothing to do with his process. I am not paid from him. I barely know him. He is an ambassador in my high ticket program, and I wanted to bring awareness to him in the sense of you need to repair your credit. I would much rather give you a source that you could work to or towards versus dealing with these parent groups. He basically just sues bureaus. He basically wipes things off your report by suing people using consumer law, and reports get taken care of. Okay, so touch base with him. But there's 4 types of disputing: factual disputing, debt validation, FTC, identity theft, and consumer law. These are the main things that they use. Okay. Okay, now you could also have your Upwork employee that I showed you how to do, write your letters on your behalf using ChatGPT, personalizing them, of course, so everything's different. While mentioning these consumer laws in your dispute letters, make sure you're going through a proper dispute process and you are good to go. Make sure you're keeping a paper trail. Remember, if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. If it's not on recording, it doesn't exist. Make sure everything is documented, recording, and sent via certified mail so you can always protect yourself. So you have rights under the FCRA. Okay, now, biggest thing is if you're working with some of these Upwork employees, they're already going to know the disputing process for you, right? So you can let them just do what they do, and most likely you're going to have the same success as any credit repair company, to be honest with you, because they've been trained in the process. So if you want the process, go hire a couple of them. Let one dispute one with Experian, let the other one dispute with TransUnion, Equifax, and you're good to go. Okay. Ways to remove late payments. This is going to be difficult. Okay. You got goodwill letters, but they don't really work well. It's very time consuming. You can try to get addresses from LinkedIn and all types of stuff and be creative there, but goodwill letters are like old school, doesn't really work anymore. Call to negotiate with creditor. Deals are made all the time. Make sure deals are in writing. Make sure that you don't take people's word for it. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. Sometimes they'll say, if you pay on time, we'll go ahead and remove this, all types of stuff like that. So make sure that you do that. Remove the entire trade line from the account through debt validation if you have to. And just tell them that they're that you see that you could even call them up and say, hey, I'm calling regarding inaccurate late payments if you feel like they're inaccurate, whatever the case is. I'm not telling you to lie. I'm not telling you to break the law. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you what they do. So there could be things all the time that could be your fault, but they could actually be inaccurate. There's all types of stuff with the letter of law. I'm not a lawyer. I never want to be a lawyer. I never want to deal in this space. I'm just telling you what they do. Okay. 3 ways to remove inquiries. You can go watch the Experian video I did. It's been helping a lot of people get their inquiries removed from Experian. You could call Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, let them know you would like to do a temporary freeze on your credit report. Tell them once the freeze is on your report, tell the agent that you want them to kindly remove numerous inaccurate inquiries that are on your credit report. Also make sure that they don't put a fraud alert on your account, which will give you a hard time. It's cumbersome to remove. Just keep the temporary freeze on and you can remove it later if you want to. That's just one way to do it. The second way is if you are a victim of identity theft, then you can file a FTC report to get them to remove them. They will be removed. Do not do this. Again, do not do this if you're not a victim of identity theft. You understand, people? Don't lie. Okay. This is what credit repair companies do, though, to get inquiries removed from most of the part, because this is what most of them do to get things removed from credit. They falsify, they lie, and they do the method to get collections, late inquiries removed. They just do FTC reports. Or you can use a software service like Inquiry Removers. I'll put the Inquiry Remover software under the replay of the video. You guys can check it out. Anthony Vinecki's, that's his software. So it works really well for people. But yeah, that's what you want to do. Have at it. Tactical things to do when disputing. Have a plan and be methodical in your process. We can teach this later. If you really like this type of thing, I guess I'll do one class of how to do credit repair if you really want to. Okay. One class, people, one class. Be consistent and try different things. Things change all the time, but you got to keep at it. Sometimes you need to hang up the phone and call again. You just got to be persistent. Persistent wins the pony. Okay. Record all conversations on the phone. Let them know you're also recording them while they're recording you. Okay. It'll change up the dynamic of the conversation, I can assure you. Send them all mail that is US certified proof and a paper trail. Make sure any and all communication with creditors and furnishers are in writing, paper trail. Understand? Send a handwritten letter in your disputing process so it cuts through the noise. That's another hack that you guys could do that I think is very helpful as well. So here's the deal, guys. When it comes to the paper trail, do not consider these people nice people. Just consider this what it is. It's business, and you need to make sure that if you're going to be providing payment or if anything is to be agreed upon, it is to be agreed upon in writing to hold both parties accountable, so that anything that needs to be done via writing. So please send it to me in writing and I will sign it, send it back certified mail, things like that. Credit products and credit strategies for bad credit. Now we're going to go through the bad credit stuff. Here's how to repair your credit with no BK. Okay. So we've already talked about the different processes they use, the different letters they use, all the type of that shit, right? We've been there, we've done that, right? You can go back and watch the replay if you missed anything. But now we're going to talk about what you can do to repair your credit if you have no bankruptcy, and then we're going to talk about what you can do if you have a bankruptcy. Okay, so here's some of the best cards for bad credit. We need to first talk about the goal. The goal is to get secured credit cards that graduate with major banks. Why? Because when they graduate, you're going to have a relationship with a major bank, even if you have bad credit, right? So the goal is to sneak our way into the bank using secured methods, meaning we're going to put money up and say, hey, Bank of America, here's some money for you. Give me a secured card. Let me into your ecosystem. I'll prove to you that my bad credit is not really who I am. I'm repairing my credit. And while I'm repairing my credit, I want to do due diligence and start opening up lines of credit to show you that I'm more than what my credit score says about me. Okay. All a lender sees about you is your credit history and your credit score, and they can make the assumption right there off the human you are. That's how the world works. So you want to open up secured cards that graduate with major banks. Then you want to get secured loans that will help you build a relationship with banks and credit unions. Okay. Pledge loans from Navy Federal, Andrews, all of that. Auto loans will also help you mix up the mix of credit and payment history. I'm not a big guy to go say, go get a car. But in this situation, if it helps you make payments and it helps you mix your credit, it's going to help your credit. It will. Okay. The car dealer is not lying to you in that situation. Okay. What he is saying is, oh yeah, I had one time somebody was getting a car from a dealership and somebody said, so if I get like 5 cars, will it help my credit more? And the salesperson literally lied and said, oh man, the more cars you get, the better your credit gets. Holy hell. His DTI was probably shot through the roof. Okay. Store cards, believe it or not, will actually raise your limits for your credit profile. Okay. A lot of people don't talk about store cards. I'm not an advocate of store cards, and I'm not an advocate of auto loans like that. But here's the deal. You got bad credit, you got to get in with secured and unsecured. Store cards are unsecured, and you can raise those limits by using them and by paying them off all the time. I actually use the store cards to help me improve my credit. So you get Comenity and Synchrony, it's going to help you, okay, in this situation. This is not an ideal situation for people starting credit. This is an ideal situation for people repairing their credit. You need to get what you can get. Secured cards are going to help you. Secured loans are going to help you. Mix of credit's going to help you. Positive payment's going to help you, right? Store cards are going to help you. It's going to get you higher limits. It's going to give you payment history, right? It's going to help your utilization go higher. It's going to show people that people trust you with credit. So secured and unsecured, if anything, and the only thing you can get is a store card, then get it, baby. Get it. I don't care if it's a $500 limit. Celebrate it, use it, and get it there, right? With bad credit, the goal is to get quantity, okay? It's not about quality, okay? With bad credit, the goal is quantity, Get as many credit lines as you can, boost the limits later. Low utilization, payment history is what matters. Okay? You want low utilization and payment history. That's what matters. You need to show lenders that people lend to you even while you're fixing your situation. Is this making sense? Is this landing with you guys? Is this landing with you guys? Perfect. Okay. Because a lot of people don't talk about this. They don't get a store card. You need to get a store card when you're repairing your credit because you need positive payment history. You need low utilization. Right? Perfect, Joseph. I like the eagle connotation too. Salute, King. And you also need to have the payment history and you need to have the credit mix. Okay. You need positive blood flow. Fixing your credit's about positive blood flow. While you're retracting the negatives, you need to be inserting positivity there. Age of accounts can be fixed. Limits can be raised later. You need the positive blood flow. You need the commodities. You need the synchronies. You may need the credit ones. You may need anything and all things that's going to give you credit. Okay. So literally when I put my slide in yesterday, I found out that Capital One has purchased Discover and acquired them for $35 billion. I call them Capital One. Now, this is going to change because right now, this is a big card that I tell people to get when they have bad credit. Why? Because you can be pre-approved. There's no annual fee. There's no credit score to apply. And the Discover It secured card gives you cash back. And at the same time is a very, very good starter card and can be unsecured later. How will this work with Capital One? I can't tell you. So if you need it, get it now. All right. So that right there is something that you guys should be taking advantage of now if you can. But I don't know how that whole Discover It thing is going to situate with Capital One. So get it now. Don't act like it's going to be there later. It's a very good card to repair your credit. It's secured, so you are going to put the money up. It will unsecure with on-time payments. And this is a great relationship to have. Now, it's going to go into Capital One, sounds like. So we just don't know. Just be aware that Capital One is notorious for hard pulls, for credit limit increases, and they pull all three, by the way, too. Okay. So you put it, you can have your credit line will equal your deposit amount starting at $200. Okay. Now, obviously, don't let this thing be reporting at $200. Make sure that this thing's reporting at like $5. Okay. Like $7. I don't care if it's just for a just use this for a tank of gas and leave it alone. Like whatever the tank of gas is, shit, it's like 200 in California right now, probably. Get a quarter of a tank of gas in California with this bad boy, let it report, okay? And pay it every single month. This will help your credit score. This will help your credit profile. You'll get your deposit back after 7 months. We begin automatic monthly account reviews to see if you qualify for an upgrade to an unsecured card, which is going to be key, okay? This is going to be a big call for people to watch with people in their family that have bad credit to really help them out, right? You also get cash back during the secured process. So you're going to get some points. You can secure, unsecure after 7 months, right? Whatever you put down is your limit. So if you want to invest in your limit a little bit, see what the most you can put down is. Why, Dan? Because credit's your investment, right? And you got to come back from way back here. So this is the way that you're going to do it. US Bank, okay, is you're going to need to do a secured card with them. They have cards that work just for fixing your credit. So in this situation, you have the secured Visa and you also have the Go secured Visa. Both of them have a 0 annual fee. Both of them have a limit from 300 to 5,000, and both of them you can get cash back or you can get rewards. Great card that will unsecure, start building the relationship with USA Bank. Same thing with Discover, right? The more relationships you can have, you can put down 1 here, 2 here. Now you have 2 trade lines that you paid maybe $500 for that's reporting. This is going to be better than credit repair because you're going to have positive blood flow landing on your account in your report. Okay. Bank of America, there's the thing. You can literally go get these trade lines. Just go buy them. Discover, US Bank, and Bank of America, and shit, go for Citi too. Okay. But right here, unlimited 1.5% cash back, 2,000 to 5,000, just like these other things pretty much. So the Discover It could possibly be 5,000. You have to ask them. But imagine if you go, let's just say you did $500 here, $500 here, $500 here, $500 here. You spent $2,000. You purchased 4 primary trade lines, people, not authorized user trade lines. You purchased 4 trade lines that will unsecure with on-time payment history with 0 annual fees. You purchase 4 trade lines for $2,000. You build 4 relationships, 0 annual fee. They'll unsecure. And you can even go for another one and go 5 with Navy Federal. And that one will unsecure as well. Okay. So I like being able to pay $2,500 to get 5 trade lines. How would you guys like that? $2,500. Let's see here. Put this in the meeting for everybody. $2,500 gets you 5 quality banking relationships and primary trade lines. Fuck the inquiries. You don't even need to know about the inquiries. You just need the trade lines. If you're putting money down, you're good, right? Those limits will raise and unsecure 6 months, 12 months. Then by that time, you should be done with disputing on bad stuff. Okay? Look at this thing. You are pregnant with good credit, and the good credit will be born in 9 months. Protect the damn baby. You understand? That's how it works. And you get your money back. Good job. Tomorrow's lit. That's the game, Lewis. That's the game. You want to go hack it? Go put some money down. Go open these accounts. Go get the good credit lines. And guys, look at your credit as an investment. $2,500, 5 trade lines. Good thing. They're not ready for me back on YouTube, Eliason. They're not ready for this shit, bro. We coming. What's up, Eden? Seeing my boy join the room. Adam and Eden, man. 2 solid dudes, bro. Both ambassadors. So Store Credit has right here. Hack your way to high limits with soft pull credit limit increases, pulls from Experian. I have done this over and over and over again for so many people. They are shocked when they call in and they get a credit limit increase. Lewis has already experienced them. Okay, Synchrony Bank, Community Bank, they both do soft pulls over the phone every single quarter. Great cards to get when you're repairing your credit. When you're starting your credit, don't get them. Okay, when you're repairing your credit, get them. Okay, most of them have no annual fee too. These are your store cards, man. You know what I mean? Here's some auto loans, Unify, DCU, PenFed, really good auto loans. Anybody can get into any of these credit unions. Go get you an auto loan. It's going to be better than you going to an auto lot, having them shotgun your credit. Just call up Unify. Unify has a lot of great credit builder products, and so does DCU and PenFed. But DCU and Unify specifically, looking into their signature line of credit right now for $50K. So I'm calling them and trying to work that thing out and work that thing through. But yeah, so those are going to be where you'd want to look for your auto loans and even some secured loans with these two as well. Not just a pledge loan, because not everybody is in Navy Federal. So how to repair your credit with bankruptcy. Okay, so this is going to be helpful for people that you know have been through a bankruptcy, because here's the problem. Okay. While you do your own credit repair or have a CR company to help you, whatever, the bottom line is you need good trade lines, payment history, credit profile repair, right? Problem is most people won't work with you with a BK. Okay, so you have to either get it off your report or you have to deal with it on your report, but you have to start building some positive blood flow. Now, here's the deal. Navy Federal is not going to mess with you with a BK. It's just not going to happen. There's other people that will not mess with you with a BK in a certain amount of time. Okay, so you need to know that. The other thing is you need to know even some secured cards won't let you do it as well. Okay, so you need to look at the fine print when it comes to these type of things. You know, use control find to try to look through these fine print to see anything about bankruptcy. That would be my thing, you know, control find, bankruptcy, look through the fine print, see if there's anything and all things there, okay? When comparing credit cards after bankruptcy, your top priority should be getting approved and paying as little fees as possible, right? So here's some cards that will help you, and they suck, right? Look at the interest rate, 29%, $75 the first year, then it goes up to 100, 0 to 1% cash back. Minimum credit needed. Okay. Best bankruptcy credit card with no deposit. Okay. Get what you can get, right? Get what you can get. Thanks for dropping those, by the way, too, bro. Appreciate that. Those DCU products are fire. Thanks, Ellie-san. So yeah, do I like Credit One? Absolutely not. Do I like the Credit One at all? No. But with bankruptcy, dude, beggars can't be choosers. If you're not willing to put down the money and you can't get in because of a bankruptcy, you got to go where you can fit in, right? So there's one. Number two would be Applied Bank. Now you have to pay for this secured card, okay? And in my situation, you can do up to 5K with this. I would pay 5K, get the secured card, and just leverage the hell out of this thing, okay? Because why? Applied Bank will let you put 5K. You have a 5K trade line. I don't care. It's about building out your profile and getting people to give you a second chance with bankruptcy. You do that, then you're going to be able to get into PenFed with the gold card. Gold card will take people with BKs. Okay. But you need to go through the First Progress, the Applied Bank, the Credit One. You have to show that you are trustworthy after a bankruptcy, because after all, you just discharged all your debt, right? So people are going to be super scared to work with you, right? And if people are going to be going after the BK, they need to be looking through Pacer. If there's an inaccurate BK or anything like that, you need to be going through Pacer for that. Okay. So now here's the deal. Then you have to add an auto loan or a secured loan to fix your credit as well with the BK. Now, this is where high interest auto loans make sense. I never thought I would say that. If you're not going to wait 7 years for this bankruptcy to come off your report, or 10 years for it to come off, you're going to have to mix up your credit, right? So biting the bullet, getting a high interest auto loan and then paying most of it off could be a win. Secured loans at a credit union could be a win. Doing them both could be a bigger win. Remember, what are you willing to invest in your credit? I don't like high interest credit auto loans at all. I don't like secured loans at credit unions like that. I don't like to put my money down, or I don't like to waste money. But remember, auto loans, you can pay them down 80 to 90%. You don't have to pay this interest, but you need to get what you can get and then manipulate the situation from there. So next week is how to build your credit from scratch. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to give you guys different type of sequences.